Nicholas speaking. Actually, mm, recently some guy wrote in my Facebook, Russian guy, and he wrote in English that only slaves are in need of redemption. He meant that he is a free man, and I'm a slave, psychologically slave, and this is why I believe in God, Jesus Christ, redemption, so on and so forth. Actually, for me, redemption is not, well, not only for me, it's not the term from the gospel. It's quite a late innovation to Christianity. Still, certainly this, these words that I'm a free man and you're a slave, it's your problem. It's the problem of your psychology. It's not the problem of reality. I don't need God. Actually, it's just a quote from the gospel, because from the gospel of John, because when Jesus speaks with his co-believers and says that they are in need of salvation, of freedom, and they tell him, we're not slaves to anyone. We are free men, the descendants of Abraham. And he answers, God can make descendants of Abraham from these stones. Mind that nowadays I often meet in the English verb, um, actually it became just men uh, that were the slaves of capitalists. So people uh, who oppose Christianity because they're not slaves, the same people often speaks, certainly it's a rhetoric, that they're slaves of mm, big corporations. They're not free. That's not true, because I am, as a historian, I know what is real slavery. Real slavery was an awful thing. Slave is the thing of his master. He's not human. He's not man or woman. He's just an object. He cannot marry without the consent of his master. He cannot own anything. So certainly when people say that they're the slaves of the transnational corporations, it's just a figure of speech. But when I say that I'm in need of redemption, I mean quite a simple thing. I'm a slave of sin. I'm a slave of my pride. I'm a slave of my prejudices. I'm a slave of my hate, and so on and so forth. Certainly, when I say that I'm a slave, I mean just what Marx said about alienation. Man is alienated from what he does. That's the same thing. But when Marx say this, it's okay. When a priest, it's very bad. Alienation, this is the another name of modern slavery, of any slavery. Alienation of man from another man. Alienation of man from life. Alienation from life. And alienation from my God, from my creator, from the one who loves me. Alienation and divorce. This is why we call Jesus, and he compared himself with a husband, and the divorce. Alienation. So uh, someone or something has bought me, but I was a slave before I was bought, because you cannot buy a free man. First, I became a slave in my thoughts, and then my sins bought me. And what did Jesus do? He paid, instead of me, the price of freedom. The price of freedom is death. He died in order to be a slave with me, and I live believing in him in order not to be a slave. I live as a free man. That's all about redemption. Jimmy Crot of Moscow. Bye.